You can go around the corner from your place and get the pizza.
Yeah, that's true.
Be careful what you say. I am live now, so. Oh, I got my short seat in here today.
What?
I got my short seat in here today. Well, I'd like to welcome everybody to Let's Talk Racing. I'm having fun today doing a solo. Some of the guys got things, they got family obligations and mothers coming in from out of town. I see Steve's out there in the chat room talking about him. And Matt's got tied up in a meeting with the kart club, so he's going to be late or non-existent. So what the heck? I've got myself here, and I got one of our good old friends, Cliff Fitchett, on the line with us. Go over some stuff that we had happening over the weekend. So I know we were talking about this earlier. What'd you think about the Saturday race where the Nationwide gets to be in the big show and everybody's watching them?
Well, I really enjoyed the race. It was up in Canada this past weekend. It was really good not seeing a lot of the Cup regulars.
Yeah.
That race. I think you just had a few. Carl was probably the main draw there as far as that goes. But you know, it was good to be able to see just the guys out there running full board. You got to see a lot of different leaders, a lot of people who haven't led before. Of course, Forrest said the race winner.
Yep.
Won a race before. Actually, I think the top top three guys had not won before. I think it was, who finished fourth? Was it Allgaier?
Yeah, I think Justin finished fourth. Now you got me curious. I'm gonna have to go look something up.
I'm pulling it up now, as a matter of fact. It was just really a good race. Yeah, Allgaier finished. Take that back.
Fifth.
Yeah, but it was a good race. It was physical. They tore up a lot of. I mean, the car in victory lane was tore up.
Oh, hold it. I don't think there was any that weren't tore up.
Yeah, and that was. When you looked at the at all the cars in the race, I was telling my wife, I said this looks like a Bristol or Martinsville race. The way these guys are just clashing.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that had a positive response if they were tested for a case of the dumbass. That was for sure.
Yeah.
Send them all to the hospital to have a stick test, and okay, yeah, you got a case of the dumbass too. But yeah, we're going to have some other people calling in tonight. By the way, we're going to have Trevor Edwards from the Whelen Modified Series. We're going to have Terry O'Connell. I know you haven't talked to her in a long time.
No, sure haven't.
See what she's got some stuff cranking up for the Le Mans Series in 2011 with Skip Barber and his racing group. And then we're also going to have Dan Brode. I don't know if you ever talked to Dan yet, have you?
No, sir.
Good guy, good kid. He's trying to break through in the Nationwide Series, and just like everybody else, he's finding it hard to get everything rolling the way he needs to. So we're going to talk about some stuff that he's got going on. Probably be down there in Richmond. You going to be going to the Richmond race?
I was one of the things I wanted to bring up.
Aha. And you're going to be coming to the Langley race this weekend. We hope to get some good races. Got the 150 lap Whelen Southern Modified.
All right, man. I'm gonna hate it that I'm gonna miss that one. But I sure was looking forward to it. Is Sean? I saw that he might have something working on for that race.
Yeah, I saw something on his Facebook page about that too. So
yeah,
we shall see. First,
it would be good to see him get out there and rock with those guys.
Yeah, nothing like doing a quick call and say, "Hey, Sean, guess what? You're live. What are you doing to do?" I love doing that to people at times.
Put him on the spot.
Oh God, yes. I'm one of these days. I'm either gonna. Yeah, I don't know how many of the races you've been out to at Langley, but this past weekend, the new that rule that they have that if you're involved in a wreck in any form, shape, or whatever, you go to the rear. Is the drivers are starting not to like that one at all, because all it takes is somebody going into the corner side by side, and the one on the outside, he drives in too hard and he kicks a little sideways and taps your car. Even though he doesn't do anything to you, he taps your car, spins out. You got to go to the rear of the field, and you weren't really part of the accident. You probably actually saved him from drifting down and getting pile drived in the side by somebody else, because by him tapping you, he stayed up high.
Well, I guess that would be if your car comes to a complete stop. I mean, I would imagine if you can, control and can see your own, that you wouldn't necessarily lose.
Yeah.
I would imagine if your car comes to a spot and the caution comes out, that you would go to the back.
Yeah, if your car comes to a stop, yeah, then I would think you're part of the wreck, unless, of course, the car is coming to a stop to keep from hitting the wreck.
Yes, it's an evasive maneuver, right?
If you're the one, I mean, the normal attack approach is when you're going into turn 1 or turn 3, you push him up the track, you turn left and go under. Very simple. Well, now that they've found out that, hey, he might be able to move me up and out of the way, well, hold on, all I got to do is spin out and we both go to the rear of the field, and he doesn't get to profit by his neat, good maneuver.
Right.
So that's what I'm hating to see, is that the guys are, and these guys, you and I both know, if you're up there running in the front, you know how to take a tap in the rear and do a little sideways drift and keep getting on it and not wreck.
Right.
And these guys, when they're doing it, they're turning the wheels to the left, so they wind up spinning out, and automatically the other person has to go to the rear with them.
Gotcha.
But that's a continuous, ongoing thing. If Matt was here tonight, he was hot, because he got bit again by some of that stuff. And Paul Lubno, he passing from second to first, tapped the guy, moved him up, and the guy, instead of turning to the right and keeping on the gas, turned to the left, spun out, and both of them had to go to the rear, even though he did a small tap on him to move him up a little bit.
I have a question.
You go right ahead.
Sponsorship on Lubno's car too?
Huh?
Don't you sponsor Lubno's car too?
Yes, I do sponsor on Lubno's car. But we've talked about this on other shows with other drivers. It was just that it happened last weekend. We had 2 times that happened. That was very much affecting the people out front. But it's getting to the point, like, you come up on a lap car and you're trying to get around him left side, right side, and he's not real good at deciding where to tell you to go, and all of a sudden he gets in the way as you're going around the outside. You tap him, he spins off to the infield. Doesn't hurt nothing nowhere. He can keep right on going. But guess what? They throw a caution. Now the lap car goes to the rear, and you, being a race leader or second or third place, wherever you're at, you've got to go to the rear too.
Now, do you think that the cautions are maybe coming out prematurely?
Well, that's happened too. And there have been a couple of them over the course of the season that they have not come out soon enough. But that's a hard call. That's a hard call. You got to figure out where your officials are looking at, what they have to tell the other official, because the head official is the one that has to say, put out the yellow.
Right.
If something happens in turn 2 and Butch is looking off to turn 3 and 4, he's going to get a report from whoever's down in turn 1 and 2 and say, Butch, turn 1 and 2, you got a crash. Then he looks, then he'll say, put out the flag. And once again, you're talking about a couple of second delay there, and then you're not going to be able to do anything with that.
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
a lot of it has become, and it always has been very judgmental, and we are at the mercy of the officials. And we're all said and done, they do an outstanding job 99.9% of the time. It's that other tenth of the time that we all want to criticize.
Oh, I'm overall, everything's pretty good and doing well with the officials. It's just that when they come out with an unusual rule like that you do not see anywhere else being done. If they want to consider you part of a wreck, they're going to put you to the rear. if Jeff Gordon or Jimmy Johnson spins out, Robbie Gordon in Bristol or something like that by tapping and moving him up the thing, they're not going to put them to the rear unless it is really a rough driving call.
Right.
And that's what I figured. Go with regular rules. Rough driving calls, hey, throw them to the wolves. Well, since you haven't been at Langley, I'll run down the quick finishing top fives in the divisions for you. Is that cool?
Sure, please.
All right, in the Pro 6 race, Warren Schmigo got first, Casey Sipe second, Anthony Perez third.
Good for him.
Yeah, man. And hey,
good for him.
We were working with him week ago or 2 weeks ago during Wednesday or Thursday afternoon, helping him doing setup on the car and teaching him what to do, and told him how talking about being patient. He didn't run super fast times, but I mean his fastest time was an 18:1 at lap 17. But I mean, hey, he got out there and got a position in third place. Matt got fourth, and Joe White got fifth.
Excellent. It's good to I've sent him a couple of notes, congratulating him and wishing him well on just having moved up to the Pro 6.
Yeah.
When we first interviewed him, for the with the arena racing thing was a little over a year ago. It's very enthusiastic, him and his father both. They're good people. Good people. Continue on, sir.
All right. Yeah, we'll have our first call in about 4 or 5 minutes here. Then we have the Fan Club Super Streets. Sean Calloway brought home the checkered with Reno Marchetti the fourth. John Pereira, Ryan Nestor, and Jamie Sample finishing out the top five. That was a decent little race. Looks like they had about 15 cars out there, I believe. Yep, 15 of them out there. And it was nice. The Pro 6 had 10 runners out there. At least 10 cars, if I remember counting. Then we had in the Grand Stocks, results of the Pepsi Grand Stocks. Robbie Parker grabbing first. Jamie Good second. Ricky Derrick third. Rodney Boyd fourth. And Paul Lubno pulled up the fifth spot. And of course, it's always fun watching him coming from the rear, getting all the way back up to the front.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, it's good. That's good to hear.
All right, and our super trucks. Robbie Davis came home with a checkered. Tommy Nixon with a second. Troy Turnage third. Chase McAdams fourth. And Rick Potter fifth. And they had a decent amount of cars. They had about 12 cars. Oh, sounds like we got our first one calling in. Let's do a conference here real quick. Let's talk racing.
Hey, it's Trevor Edwards. That's what we call in.
Hey, Trevor. You're already live, so watch out. You still there, Cliff?
Yes, sir.
No, I was talking with Cliff. Where'd you go, Cliff? Hang on a second here. Let's see if I lost him somewhere. Still there, Cliff?
Still there.
Yeah, somehow you went on hold, but that's all right. Didn't lose you. Let's see. The Easy Auto U cars. We had Sammy Gata getting a win that night. Chris Hildebrand, Michael Joyner, Matt Morgan, and Bill Ether finishing out the top five. They had a decent little turnout too. They had about 13 of them out there. Then in the BNC Seafood Modifieds, we had Kyle Wood getting the checkered, Thomas Stinson, Sean Beluzzo, Cameron Patrick, and Robbie Babb getting in the fifth spot. So, Trevor.
Hey.
How you been doing?
Pretty good. Second in points now. So we're pretty happy with the rookie year. We finished rookie of the year at South Boston this past weekend.
Oh, cool. For those that haven't heard about you, or like we do, go ahead and give a quick bio about yourself. Tell them how you got to where you're at.
I'm Trevor Edwards. I'm from Shepherdsville, Kentucky. I recently moved to Sherrills-Ford, North Carolina to pursue racing. I run in the Rolling Thunder Modified Division. The new 2010 Rookie of the Year.
Cool. So you're going to be coming visiting here at Langley here shortly?
Yeah, I think that's actually our championship race now. They're going to make North Wilkesboro championship race, so Now Langley will be our championship event.
What day is that, or what's the date on that one?
I'm not sure actually. Know when our next race is. I always take it one race at a time, really.
You're gonna make it hard. Now I gotta go look stuff up again.
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
Oh gosh.
I know Hudson Hall is trying to get us where we come out and just hang out with fans for a little bit before the race, do like an autograph session for me. So I'm pretty excited about coming to Langley.
That'll work. That'll work. Did you find it yet, there, Cliff?
September 4th, NASCAR Modified, 150 laps.
Let's see. Are you doing the Southern or the regular Wheeling Modifieds?
Rolling Thunder.
Rolling Thunders.
Then the Wheeling cars.
That's October the 2nd.
Yeah.
Twin 75s that night.
Okay, that's it. RTM.
Yeah, they're gonna have twin 75s that night. That ought to be fun.
Yeah.
We're trying to talk to a couple of people. Hudson said, see if we can round up some tire sponsors for you too.
Yeah, we got one main sponsor right now, Steel Rubber Products. They've been on the car the whole year except the first race. They've really been doing a really good job. And I think they just signed today. They told us we're going to have a full sponsorship for next year too.
Ah, cool.
Awesome.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah.
You going to keep running? So you're going to run them next year also then?
We're going to full-time modify it next year again, go for a championship, and then we're going to run 8 to 10 ARCA races hopefully. Maybe a truck start.
Going to get your dad to help you on that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Doesn't he still have a truck?
We got an older truck that we need to do some updates to, but it's a really good truck, so I think we're just going to use it and convert it to a Dodge to use our Dodge motors.
There you go. Go get some of them guys to help you with some Dodge power.
Yeah. Hopefully we can go out there and make a good showing. Not really. When we go to run the truck race, we're not going to go to win or nothing. We're just going to go there and gain respect from all the veterans.
Yeah. Y'all gonna bring 2 cars again this time, or are you just bringing just yours and probably a backup car?
We'll bring 2 cars. The owner's son, he runs the 6 car, and he'll be there. He's 4th in points, I believe, right now.
Yeah, that was the one that I met when I was over there with you guys earlier.
Yeah, I think so. He has blonde hair. Chris Brown, he's 17 also. He's finished 2nd in Rookie of the Year this year.
That's pretty bad when you get same team going for the same Rookie of the Year standings.
Yeah, but we clinched it, so now I'm happy about it. We don't have to worry about it, and now we're just going to win the races because we're a little bit back from Joe Scarborough. Now we're just going to win.
Think you got a chance to take him out?
No, this year's going to be tough. He's like 180 points ahead, so he's not going to have trouble this weekend at Coastal Plains. But if he has some trouble with the double points race, I think we should be right back in it. So it'll be tough. He has to have some bad luck. We have to have some good luck that night.
Anybody gonna put a bounty out on him? Take him out for you?
I was kind of hoping AJ was going to help us out. Me and him are good friends, but he didn't help us out too much.
Oh goodness. Yeah, Joe's pretty good guy, just like most of you guys are that run out there. We've always had a good time with you.
Yeah, I feel real bad if something happened to Joe. Like he got wrecked by somebody, if I was joking to somebody about it.
Yeah.
Really bad about it. But I want to win it the right way. I don't want to go out there and have somebody wreck him for the championship.
Yeah, because that tends to turn around and give some bad karma coming back. You sit there and say, hey, so-and-so, and I hope you crash tonight, being pissed off, and then, or somebody takes you out, and all of a sudden you're out there running, and somebody does, and you go, oh, great. He's going to think I had somebody do it, or you just happen to do something and you take him out,
Yeah, we're really about racing right. We don't want any bad luck. We want to earn it the hard way and the right way. We think we're a championship caliber team already. So next year we're going to be going all the way towards the modified championship.
Cool. Now, are they also sponsoring on the other car also, or just on yours?
No, it's just my car kind of deal. They're actually sponsoring a race night at Ace Motor Speedway, so that's the one I really want to win now from the year on out.
There you go. Just put them all in the P1 column.
Yeah, I hope we qualify first and win the race. That'd be awesome on Steel Night. Have a sponsor the race.
There you go. Cliff, have you talked to Trevor before?
No, I haven't. Trevor Cliff, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I think I had a question. I'm looking at the at the point spread, and you had said that Chris is the owner's son. Is that correct?
Yeah, the 6 car, Chris Brown.
Yeah. And y'all are only 20 points apart as far as the rookie stand is, correct?
Yeah, they do it whichever rookie finishes ahead of the other, they get 5 points for like 5 more points than the other rookie. So we've already locked up with 4 races to go.
Excellent. So how do you think that's gonna play out at Langley?
Oh, it's gonna be a wild race. Joe's definitely gonna be tough to beat there since that's pretty much his home track. But I think we got something for him there. We're gonna be really fast. We need to race there earlier in the year because of a motor problem. But we got a backup motor in case something happens again there. Now we're ready to go try to beat Joe at his home track. That'll make it feel a lot better.
Excellent. I know that the guy that's third in points, Michael Leach, is familiar with that track also.
Yeah, he's good. He actually had motor problems this past weekend at South Boston. I don't know if he's going to be able to run anymore this year. Something broke in the bottom end. They don't know what it is yet.
Oh, I wish I'd known that. I was just talking to him a little bit ago, because usually he comes in and helps does the show with us every once in a while too. But he's now got classes on Wednesday nights. But
he said something broke in the bottom end at South Boston, and it sucks, but it's racing, I guess.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, and I don't know if he was going to run Langley or not, because I know if I remember correctly, he's still pissed at Langley.
I hope we have a lot of cars at Langley. I hope Mike gets a show up. He's always fun to run against. He always races you right. He doesn't try to wreck you. He's a great race car driver.
Who are some of the guys you think are going to be coming up to join you guys next year?
What'd you say?
Who do you think you're going to have for new competition next year?
I don't know really. I think when Kel Gale and Bubba Gale run, they're always good. They usually sit on pole. I think every time they came to the racetrack, they sat on the pole. They just haven't got that finish they've wanted yet. They've had some bad luck. And Joe and AJ are going to be the hardest ones, I think.
Cool. What else are you looking for in your future to get rolling on here? I know you're talking about doing some ARCA races and maybe a truck race or two.
Yeah, we're in talks right now about running a super late model next year in the past year or a couple races, just to get me in a different car and different setting with race101.net. You can go check that out. And they're taking applications now for scholarships. It's like a racing school where they teach you about the race car, the marketing side of it, and how to be a better driver and be able to relate to the crew chief more.
That's a big thing, being able to communicate between the driver and the crew chief.
It's a lost art. There's a lot of people that come in now and don't have a clue about what's happening to the car, how to adjust it themselves or anything. So we're trying to bring that old-fashioned type racing back.
Hey, and I hate to say it, Cliff will tell you, when I was racing, hey, I drove. That was it. I'd tell them what I felt was doing something wrong, and they'd play, and I'd go back out and play some more. What the hell?
Yeah. Race like that's fun, but I'd rather know a little bit more about the car. So if I'm working with somebody I don't really know, and they tell me they're changing this, I'll know what to expect instead of just going out there and saying, okay, I'll drive it.
I mean, it was a continuous learning curve, and what was really funny to me was that most of the learning I learned was through the computer programs that we use to help do setups on the car and everything for the tracks and things like this.
Yeah, it's definitely something you got to take a lot of time to learn. It's not just an overnight success story. You have to actually learn about it and be there and help, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. Are you getting ready to ask something else there, Cliff? I thought I heard you trying to get in there.
It's just to the physical demand on the person in a modified versus a regular stock. I mean, I've been reading a lot the last couple of days about exercise programs, regimens, stuff like that so many drivers are doing these days. I was just curious if that y'all have to go through the same kind of regimen, something easier or strenuous. How does that work?
It's not that bad. It's just getting used to the speed is the biggest thing in a modified compared to everything else. It's kind of a point name call. When you get up off the corner, you have to be wide open to be fast. But have enough. You you gotta have enough to be able to handle all that speed down straightaway and get it loaded up and not burn your brakes up. I think driving these things are more mental than physical, really. I mean, I'm only 135 pounds. I'm not a big boy, but when I get out of the car, I'm fine. But it's just all about the mental game. Not getting psyched out before you get out of the race car.
How's the physical side doing for you? Are you taking and doing a lot of workouts to try to stay fit for a lot of the heat we've all been getting from all the racing and everything?
Well, the only thing I'm doing with heat is my truck doesn't have air conditioning, so I try to keep that truck as hard as I can, so that I'm used to the heat at all times. I don't really work out that much. I've had school and work on race cars pretty much take up all my time.
Well, I'm talking about working out for keeping your stamina and everything up for racing.
Yeah, I really don't do any of that, honestly. I wish I could say, yeah, I go to the gym 7 days a week, but I don't usually have time to do that. Usually I'm going to work on the race cars or something.
Yeah. All right. Got anything more for him, Cliff, so we can let him go back and do his stuff?
No, I don't. It was a pleasure meeting you. And
nice
good luck,
meeting you too, sir.
good luck at Langley. Hopefully I'll be out there to see the race.
All right, well, I'll definitely be there, and I'll come out to the stands and sign autographs and do all that stuff that Hudson needs me to do. I can't wait to meet you face-to-face.
No problem. Anybody you want to thank before you hop off? I know you've talked about a couple of the sponsors.
Just go to race101.net to take applications for new drivers next year. School for driving kind of deal. And Steel Rubber Products, the big sponsor right there, and Correct Temp. And thanks, Jeff and Julia Brown.
Cool. Well, you go ahead and have some good luck on the next couple of races, and we'll see you at Langley.
All right, thank you. Thanks for having me on the show.
All right, Trevor, we'll talk to you another time.
All right, thanks.
Bye-bye. Okay. We're still rolling.
Yeah, I just pulled up his page. He's got a nice looking ride. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, they were down here last time and they were running, and I think his engine blew when he was out there. Bear with me here. Somebody's asking questions in the chat room.
So Richmond, you heading up to Richmond, Doc?
Yes. I'm planning on it. One of our guests we're having on later on, we've been helping him out do some stuff. He's going to be running the Richmond race, Dan Brode, and he's going to give me and Terry some passes to come in. Our buddy Robert Richardson is going to have Matt and Amy passes for those two to get in.
Excellent.
So we'll be down there having fun. You going to try to come out there?
Yeah, got my ticket yesterday. Up in the dogwood section. So
cool.
Up in turn 1, so looking forward to it. It should be a great time. Always a great time at Richmond.
Oh yeah.
Get up there that morning. You know, we're going to do the whole tailgate thing. Take the grill, take the easy up in the whole 9 yards, and have a good time.
Well, maybe I'll talk with somebody and might get you a visit into the jail cell or something. Get you to come down to the garage area or something, talk with some of the guys.
Excellent.
Yeah, still trying to figure out, when I was talking to Robert Richardson the other night, they're still trying to decide if they're going to have Kennedy out in the car or Presley, or if he's going to drive it at Richmond, because he likes driving the long, big tracks. He's still working at doing the short track stuff. He's one of the small group of drivers that I know of that's not comfortable on short tracks but loves the big tracks. But yet most everybody that's come up through everything all came from most of the short tracks, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm really looking forward to Richmond.
How's your buddy Jeff doing?
You know, it's difficult. It really is. You know, he has such good equipment. I think him and his crew, actually, I don't think it's the crew chief. I think it's the pit crew. They're slow.
Yeah, there are some slow ones out there. I've got I threw a video from a ARCA race or a USAR race out there from last year at Rockingham. Oh my God. 1 minute and 39 seconds to change one tire.
Well, I mean, they're not working with four-way lug wrenches.
No, they went out there, had the drills and everything else. Nobody had turned on the air, so they had to send somebody back over the wall, turn on the air. Then when they turned on the air, the gun didn't work. Then they had to grab another gun. And you want to talk about being bit in the butt? That was a major for those guys. And I felt so bad for them, but I labeled it the pit stop from hell and put it on YouTube.
You know, his crew has been losing him spots, you know, week in and week out. I mean, it's been like 2 spots, then 5 spots, then 10 spots. You know, you hear him on the scanner telling him, "Come on, guys, I can't keep passing the same cars all day long."
Yeah, that does get old. You know, you already passed them, you pull in for a pit stop, and back behind them again.
But it has been progressively worse. You know, they, what was it? Was it Phoenix not too long ago? They're like, "Oh, you know, it looks for Bert to be one of the favorites out here, blah, blah, he's had a fast car." He gets out there, he picks up spots, and starts fading back. You know, next thing you know, you're not even being mentioned anymore because you're having 15-second pit stops all day long.
I tell you, it just gets to be sad. Well, you remember when we used to talk with Schmuck all the time with Tim Peters and some of their guys.
So yeah, he's still handling, you know, still hanging tough in points. I mean, he's finishing the races. Wish you have to finish the races, but just not pulling all the weights that they could.
Hang on a second there for me, Cliffy. Hello. Did you forget the number to call? I texted it to you. 757-727-9263. Oh, I love race car drivers. They read their text so well.
Yeah, the only thing they have to do is drive, you know?
Yeah, go fast, turn left, and road curves, turn right every once in a while. I tell you what, one of the things I did like, and I wish the Cup Series and those guys would go back to doing it, is having 1 or 2 dirt races, like the ARCA guys do.
I was talking about that the other day. I would love to see a dirt race, you know, regardless of you know, the outcome or but, you know, it goes into more development, more cars, and more this and that. That's the only bad thing.
Well, heck, most of the guys have got to just go to Tony Stewart and pick up some modifieds or something. You know, dirt modifieds, go out there and do it.
Or Casey or somebody, yeah. Most of those guys got that stuff set up already. I mean,
now, hey, here's a cool idea. Go to Tony's track and have a cup race up there, and they just have all the cars, just like an IROC race. Have all the cars supplied the same. All right, hang on a second. Let's see if we do this right this time.
Is this Falk Racing? Yes.
Hello.
Roger.
Hey, Terry.
What's going on?
Oh, sitting here talking with Cliff. We were talking about having cup races do like the ARCA race does. Have at least 1 or 2 dirt races.
Hey, I think they need to run about half the races on dirt, to be honest with you about it. Line them up, baby. Links and dirt. So I think it would be interesting, actually, to have at least 1 race on dirt, and you know, maybe at Springfield or Indianapolis Fairgrounds, someplace like that. It'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. For those that don't know you, Terry, go ahead and do a little bit of a bio about yourself and how you got to where you're going to, and all the fun stuff in between. However much you want to tell everybody. Rock and roll.
Oh, wow. Well, I just figured everybody knew who I was. Well, just, you know, been racing my entire life, and done some cup stuff, more about Outlaw Sprint car stuff, and da da da. Made this sprint cars, the whole gig, and right now I'm putting together an American Le Mans team together with Steve Barber, and it's going to be all female driving team with me and Catherine Legg, from the UK. So we're just working on that, just steady at it. Got a lot of good things happening, a lot of cool things in the works that I really can't talk about right now. Loose lips sink ships. So we're just in the midst of that. In fact, we had a big conference call today on our project show.
Yeah, Faith had said something, but she saw something posted about something was coming up, and I said I hadn't had a chance to talk with you lately to find out, so I reckon we'll have to do that off on the side, I reckon.
Yeah, actually, once a week I'll throw up what we're working on with our projects. We're all, you and I, is Matt there tonight? Is he?
No, Matt's stuck in a meeting out at the racetrack, something to do with the kart club, and
right.
Something he had to be there for, and so he said he was going to be really late. Said, well, the heck with you, we're going to still do it whether you're here or not. So, but
That's right. We don't need you, Matt.
He's probably still at the meeting, so who knows?
Right. Yeah, we're just working really, really hard here. It's that time of year that everybody puts their budgets together, so we're making sure that we're on everybody's desk, and we have some things that are already kind of in place that I still can't talk about until the proper time. So it's really exciting, actually. You know how hard I've worked. I've been at this for a while, and
yeah,
it's we've kind of ebbed and flowed on what particular racing series we wanted to do, but this is kind of where my opportunities opened up, and Dick Barber Racing is who we're going to be working with, and of course, he's won Le Mans 3 or 4 times. He's won Sebring. He's won all those races, the big races. So it's just, and Dick and I are great friends. So we're just really happy and fired up about it. But, we just want to make sure we don't mess it up before we get it inked.
Oh yeah.
You know how that goes.
Yeah, there's still some stuff I gotta get with you on too.
Yeah.
Once you get down here, about some other little thingies in the background to hopefully help out.
We got some projects, don't we? We got some stuff working.
Oh yeah.
We got to, but we're going to get them. This is all going to be good. It's all going to be tied together, so it's going to be really cool. And thank goodness the temperature is starting to recede just a little bit. I don't know about you guys, but it's been 100 degrees here for a month and a half. It's been crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, same here.
Yep. Bear with me. I'm over here trying to answer some questions in the chat room here.
Cool beans. So anyway, we're just rocking and rolling down here in the Mississippi. I'm right outside of Memphis, so I'm kind of in the Mississippi person.
My phone's getting ready to go out, man.
All right, Cliff. We'll take and let you go back to finishing up the pecan pies.
All right, buddy.
All right, we'll talk to you later on.
All right, ciao.
Okay. Let's see here. I told him to charge his phone up.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, there's some new stuff. Mary and I have been talking with a couple of companies. One of them, we've got some stuff that might be able to do a combination with you on some things. Get some.
Oh, that'd be great.
Stuff rolling.
Me. I'll drive anything.
Yeah.
I love doing it, and now that I've made a commitment to get back and do it, full time, I'm pretty excited about it. So, and I think it's something we're wanting to do too, and of course I want to do this with you, and I want to do it with Matt too. But I want to do if we get these contracts underway, I want to try to sneak something there where we maybe could do something Chili Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh
God, Matt would probably give his left testicle to go play there.
Probably. But anyway, there's got a lot of cool stuff going on, and Catherine Legg's coming over. She's been racing Audis in Europe for the factory team, and she's wanting to come back over here and get back into the swing here in America. So it's just kind of a win-win for us, and we're really looking forward to it. And hopefully we can have some breaking news here in the next 30 days. It will kind of be real groovy for the chickadoos out there. The girls are going to love this shit, love what we're going to do. It's going to be cool.
Good, good, good.
Yay! Yeah. What's going on in the Big Virginia? What's up there?
Matt's still leading the points in his division. He got a little frustrated last weekend. He was leading the race. He'd been working with the guy in front of him and passed him clean, and then the guy got in and turned him.
Paybacks are hell.
Yeah, and Matt doesn't want to have to do that type of stuff and tries to stay away from it. So,
sure.
But we've had an ongoing controversy about one of the officials' new rules they put in play this year was how they handled the drivers if they were involved in a wreck. And the bad part is that that the drivers have found out or figured out. Let's put it this way: if they're getting passed and they know they're getting punted up high on the track and they're going to go 2 or 3 people are going to get by them, that because of the new rule, all they got to do instead of turning right and give it a little gas and just straighten out and keep getting it, but just lose a few spots.
Right.
They'll turn to the left instead, spin out, and because that person may have tapped them to move them up the track, they are automatically sent to the rear. So.
Well, that's not a good rule. That's not good.
So they're just simply saying if you're involved in the wreck or accident, you're sent to the rear, and it's been a couple of times actually. Some of the guys, the wreck happens in front of them and they're behind them and ain't got no place to go. They hit the brakes, and they come to a stop, and there's been a couple of times the drivers that even though they came to a stop and coming to a stop, their front nose may just tap on the door or something, they're sent to the rear. So it's getting pretty bad. There's lots of ways to play it. You can be trying to pass a slower car, and they try to get out of your way, and they wound up bouncing off of you and spin out, and guess what? Both of you go to the rear, and
Yeah, that rule's too complicated. They need to get back to the basics.
I mean, and everybody's saying, hey, last time I've seen that in the Cup or Nationwide or Truck, never.
Never. Yeah, they're trying to micromanage it. It can't do that.
Yeah, it's just everybody and and most of the officials out there, they do a good job of everything else that they got, but they know what to look for when somebody's doing rough driving. They've been there, done it themselves. They know how to do it and know what it takes. So
I know. Well, you guys will get that figured out, get it handled. I'm really pulling for Matt to win that championship. He really deserves it. He's worked hard at it.
I think he's almost got it locked up. The closest one in points, she lost her ride.
Really?
She was running second in points, so I think it's a pretty good spread for him. We were hoping to talk about that this week or this on the show and say, hey, what's the deal on the points thing? So, but I think he's close to locking it up. Either he has to just race the next race and finish, and he's got it locked up or something like that, or he does have it locked up.
Sure. Go, Matt.
There you go.
Go, Matt. Yeah. Well, good. I like that. I'm got it on my calendar to make it up there.
Yeah. Because I got to talk to you some stuff off the phone that you need to get out here. Maybe we'll hook you up with an autograph session out at the track.
Okay, cool. That'd be great.
But that's still some stuff to be talked about. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll give away some books and some posters and stuff, and rock and roll, baby.
Hey, yipper. Oh goodness. What's
Hey, they can only photograph me if they get my bid side.
Okay.
You know how I am about that. I'm crazy. I get crazy about that.
I know, you give me a hard enough time whenever we try to do videos and stuff. Ugh.
I know. That's okay.
Well,
I'm going to do that. I really love it up there at Langley Speedway. I think it's such a cool racetrack, and it's really a racer's racetrack too. And see, how's the fan base been for this year? When I was up there earlier, it was they had a good fan base, had a good attendance. Has it played out pretty well for the season? Because the economy's kind of in a very difficult position right now. I just wonder how that's been.
From what we had Bill Mullis on here last week, and he was talking about that attendance has been continuously improving.
Right.
They usually, if you come out there now, like I'll get out there 6 to 6:30, and I'll look up in the stands and I'll say, "Where's everybody at?" But yet, when 7 o'clock hits there, you've got plenty of people up in the stands.
Sure.
Okay, I'm put you on hold for a second here. We're going to get somebody else popping in here.
Cool.
I just figure out which line. Hello, Let's Talk Racing.
Hey, dude, it's me.
Hey, me. Everybody, this is Dan Brode. Oh, goodness. Let me get Terry back on the line here.
Here?
Still there, Terry?
Locked in.
Huh? Locked in and loaded. Okay.
Locked and loaded, baby.
All right, we got Dan Brode on the line with us also.
Hello.
How you doing? How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Good.
Hopefully, you two guys will get to meet at Richmond. Dan's going to be doing the nationwide race out at Richmond.
Good.
Hello.
Cool.
So, Dan, we're going to do the usual thing. Let everybody know who and where you came from, where you started at, so that everybody will know about you.
My name is Dan Brode. I was born in Columbia, South Carolina. Ran go-karts for years and dirt late model. We moved up to ARCA, and then 2008 Firestone Indy Light, 2009 Truck Series, 2010 Nationwide Series. Nothing too crazy, though.
A short trip there type style.
That's right.
That's okay. It's a good trip, though. It's a good trip.
That's right.
Cool.
Oh, one of the guys on the chat room wanted to know if you were in the demo derby Sunday.
Me?
Yeah.
Demo. I've never done one. I want to, though.
I've got a pretty good idea. He's talking about the nationwide race up in Montreal.
Oh, no. I wasn't in that. You'll have to excuse my cough every once in a while. I'm fighting a cold, so sorry.
Well, I told you the prescription for that.
Well, I've been taking vitamin C and some medicine, so I'm definitely better than I was earlier in the week.
Well, that's good. That's good. Got to be able to do all that talking when you get out there at the track and everything. When you do your autograph sessions and stuff.
That's right. That's true.
Now, Terry, by the way, Dan, I don't know if you've ever watched any of the shows when she's been on here. She's been around racing for a while. Got over 500 wins.
Mm-hmm.
And some national championships under her belt as well.
Mm-hmm.
And she would love to come out there and kick your butt. No,
Oh, no, don't start something we can't.
no, that's only a friendly thing. Hey, if you get here soon enough, Dan, are you still gonna try to make it here Wednesday
This coming Wednesday? Yes.
for the Richmond race?
Yes, I'm going to try.
Okay, Terry, we can take him over to the cart.
Oh, yeah. We need to do that. Do the indoor cart thing. Yeah.
I'd love to. That'd
Oh,
be great.
yeah. That's cool.
Get some of the guys from the track and get everybody to go out there and who knows, maybe promote something out there at the AI cart place there.
Be fun. Be fun to do. We'll take Matt and Amy with us, too.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, you owe them a race. You know that.
Yeah, I owe them a race. I do. I do. I was sick the last time I was up there. I had the funk, so I didn't get to compete
Yeah,
on track. So
we're going to have to put her on one flat tire, though, Dan. She's raced in karts and sprints and all that stuff for a long time, so she's got a big edge.
Hey, no problem.
I haven't been in a cart in a long time. Who knows? I'll tell you something I've been thinking about doing. I've actually been thinking about buying me a shifter cart just to play with.
Yeah, I was noticing you'd popped some of the other pictures on your Facebook page.
Yeah. I need to post some karting stuff. I got some stuff posted up there.
Yep.
I'm a lake speed protege. I come up. I was when he was in the midst of his karting. I was filling up through, so I was part of his clan. So I've kind of done the karting thing. Scott Pruitt and I, we race cars together. Scott's about 4 years older than I am.
Huh.
So we all came up together, run all the karting stuff all over America. Drove our parents crazy.
Yeah, we already got some people that want to go to the karting place also with you guys in the chat room here.
Cool.
we're gonna
Yeah,
we're gonna have that poor place filled up with people. Oh my God.
every time we do a fundraiser for something or whatever.
Well, they had who was it? Kyle. Not too long ago, they had Kyle Busch came out there, and they rented the whole place.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, it's a cool place, man. I'm telling you, it's fun. Fun to do.
Yeah. Stan, what do you think about the new little tag-on sponsor we got here?
The what now?
The new little shoe sponsor thing we got cranking up here now.
I think it's great. I think it's awesome. I'd like to thank everybody involved. I mean, yourself and Mary, and you guys were great. And
Yay!
We'll see what we can make out of this moving forward. See what we can do with it.
Yeah, getting that out there so everybody knows about it. Got a lot of good feedback about the shoes and stuff. A lot of people talking about the ones that they've already bought, and they just love them. So.
Yeah, New Balance shoes are awesome. I mean, I wore them all through high school, and I haven't owned a pair in a while. I suppose I'm going to need to now.
Support the sponsors so they can turn around and do the same.
Well, I guess New Balance are a must-have.
They are, absolutely. I'm wearing a pair right now, actually.
How are you?
Love me some New Balances.
Yeah, I must get some. So Terry, what's your racing plans for the future?
Well, I got some stuff cooking here. I was just telling Roger. Roger's kind of been involved in things I'm working on, but Dick Barber Racing. Dick Barber is a American Le Mans team owner. He's won Le Mans in a lot of different races. I'm going to be doing a deal with him for next season. Catherine Legg coming over from Europe to come over. We're going to do an all-female driving team in the LMP class for Dick.
And that's in ALMS?
Yes. So we're right in the midst of, putting all that together and have some things already in place. We're going to have a little announcement, hopefully, in the next couple of weeks. So that was a little project. So we've just been working at it. Roger's been involved with us, helping us on it, among others. And so we're just rocking and rolling with that. It's kind of an opportunity that came my way, and you can't say no to something that's cool. Let's go do it.
Yeah, that's right. Got to rock and roll and grab the wheel grab the ring as it goes by, or something like that. All those nice sayings,
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Stuff like that. It is what it is.
That's right.
I snuck that one in.
That's right. There is honor and merit and perseverance. Believe me, in all races, persevere at some point. So.
Okay. Hey Dan, you did catch all the new little things they got. About if I go to the New Balance shoe place. Oh, doggone! Let me back up here. I'm reading. Yeah, the Tri-City New Balance shoes. If you go in there and you enter racing at checkout, they're going to automatically get 10% off the purchase, as well as free shipping.
Yes, I did see that. That's correct.
Yeah, so they're going to be helping out everybody, and of course it's reciprocal back to the racing team, so that's always good.
That's good. That's good for us, and I'm very happy with that partnership with Tri-City New Balance. And so far, they seem really excited to come on board with you and I and do some racing later this year if we can raise enough capital to do that.
There you go. Go have some fun. Let's go have a race in some new shoes. Foot race.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Get some new shoes as well. That's never a bad thing.
Okay, you guys wear shoes. My shoes, I'm gonna put roller skates on the bottoms. Okay.
That's right. That's right, Roger. That's right. Roger, you're a badass in those roller skates now.
Yeah, goodness. Well, when you're the world's youngest, what can I say?
I know. I know. Hey, look, guys, I got to jump off here. I got another call coming up here just in about 2 minutes.
All right, Terry. Well, you go ahead and have a good night, and we will be seeing you here shortly.
I love it. You guys, I enjoyed it. And Dan, go get him, buddy.
Yes, ma'am. I will try.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, hopefully I remembered who called what. Oh, let's see here. Still there, Dan?
Yes, sir.
Hot damn, I guessed the right line. That's the bad part. Usually, Matt's usually here, or Steve or Mike, but all of a sudden everybody's got tied up. Steve's got his mom's coming in tomorrow, so he's got to do all the stuff around. He needs to get ready for her, and Matt had to stick around at the track for a meeting about the kart club, some issues there, and so he couldn't be here. And then Mike has started a new school program, which takes him to school on Wednesday nights. So I wound up playing last man standing.
Oh, you're on your own?
Yeah, man. And usually I'm used to being off to the side, answer the phones and everything else, but I'm having to do it. If you're watching the video, I got everything right here in front of me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good thing I only have to deal with one camera.
So what other guests do you have on this evening?
Well, I had Trevor Edwards, runs in the Wheeling Modified series. That's not the Southern Modified, but what is it? The oh goodness, TRM series.
Right.
Rolling Modifieds, that's what it was. So he runs in there.
I know Trevor very well.
Yep, him and his dad. We talked with them quite a few times, and they come down here, and we try to help them when we can. Wayne, man. Yep.
No, I've known Wayne for a while.
Yep. They're talking about maybe upgrading the truck they got and putting him back out on a couple of races to go do. Let him have some fun in the truck series.
Wayne or Trevor?
Putting Trevor.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. He's going to go. They got a new sponsor. They inked the deal. They're going to do. He's got full sponsorship for next year for the Thunder Rolling Modifieds, and they're also going to do a couple of other small races, do some more ARCA races, and like I said, they're going to try to revamp the truck and get the truck cranked up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I like Trevor a lot. Him and I, we race together during the week. So. Yeah, Trevor's a good kid.
Oh, I wonder if he heard that we were having you on or not.
I don't think so. He hasn't called me yet tonight. He would normally, so I don't yet.
I should give him a shout back and say, because when we do the intro of who all we got coming in and everything, and of course when each people call in, I don't always say, oh, by the way, so and so's going to be on so and so and this, that, and the other. So, but yeah, you missed Cliff Fitchett. He's one of the other guys that we have. He used to be here, living in the area, and was always here on the show. He's very knowledgeable. He is probably going to be helping me on some things for you as well.
Sounds great. I appreciate it. Any help is much appreciative.
Yep. Yeah, he was on here earlier. I tried to tell him, go charge your cell phone. He says, well, it's only halfway charged. I said, well, you're only going to be good for about 30 minutes. Yeah, about 30 minutes. He was about all he was good for.
Uh-oh.
So he was on here for a while, and his phone wind up. Says, oh, it's beeping at me. I'm crashing. We have to pull off and park the sucker.
Well, I guess you and I are going to go do Dover as well. So,
cool.
Very excited about Dover.
All right.
Spoke with the team tonight, and they are not going to run Atlanta. I wish I could give you more details about the team, but I couldn't get a hold of my team owners, so I don't know if I can discuss that this week.
Yeah.
But definitely next week, I'll have an update for you on that situation.
Okay.
Everything's looking good. Everybody's happy with the direction we're going, which is a plus for one.
Yep. That's always good.
Yeah, it's always good to be on the same page, which is something we haven't done in a while.
Yeah. By the way, I've got the king in here with me. He's waving at you.
Who's that?
The king. Come on now. Who's the king?
Oh, it's Richard Petty.
Yeah, my buddy Charles West, the Richard Petty look-alike, #1 in the world.
How you doing? Still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
How you doing?
Hey, you sound a lot like Roger, so I wasn't sure who was talking.
That's pretty bad. Oh, God.
You guys hear about that Discovery Channel standoff today? How crazy was that?
The Discovery Channel, what now?
about the guy who took the Discovery Channel building hostage and the SWAT sniper shot the guy?
Holy poopy. No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, shot him through a damn window and killed him. Crazy.
Holy smokes.
Discovery Channel.
Something new he discovered. Death.
Oh, yeah.
Death by cop. Jeez. Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dan, Steve Durbin said he wants to, that's fine, race you on iRacing too sometime.
That's fine. That'd be great. I welcome the challenge. I love it. I play it almost every day.
Yeah, he did some stuff with Chris Lafferty. He's done some test driving in one of his trucks there for a while.
Pretty truck. Okay. Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
A little bit. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I don't know what Chris is up to these days.
Well, he still goes out and tries to run the trucks at the truck races. Every once in a while I'll see his number up there and his name.
Yeah, Chris has got good stuff. He just needs a better engine program. Better engine package. I think he could run a little bit quicker.
Yeah. I don't know. It's I hate when I start hearing people talk engine package. I hate because everything. The weirdest thing always pops in my mind, and my buddy Carl Long.
Yeah.
When he bought an engine package, you know what happened with that?
Yeah. Yeah, Carl got shafted by that deal.
Yeah, and the biggest and baddest part that I hate to see happen was, NASCAR is always talking about, hey, we're family, we look out for each other, and I'm I'm trying to think, where did Carl qualify and all this stuff? Was he the red-haired stepchild? You always hear about, who gets the shaft or whatever, but it was pretty bad.
Yeah. You just, you never know in those situations. I don't want to comment a whole lot of it.
Yeah, you got to be careful about what you say.
Yeah, you never know who said what about somebody or who made somebody mad over there in that camp. And
as long as you don't say it about NASCAR, that way you don't get in trouble. Ask Ryan and Denny.
Yeah, if you respect NASCAR, they respect you. So I have nothing bad to say about it.
Yeah.
That's right.
We actually, I think Carl Long, when we had him on the show, he holds the record for the longest show. We started at 7 o'clock, and we finally got off the show at 10:20 that night.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh my God! It was. I've got it archived somewhere. I have to go back and pull it up and list it on the site.
Crow had a lot to say, didn't he?
Oh God, did he have a lot to say? I think Kyle Petty's got the second longest one. We didn't make the mistake, but we purposely asked him about Danica. That was good for 45 minutes of just on that one subject alone.
Yeah. He loves Danica, doesn't he?
I mean, he likes the thought that the women of getting some extra airtime, that they're out there. But
Right.
she's trying to shortcut her stuff. She's running just a couple of nationwide races that she did in the beginning, and then a couple during the year, and basically that's it, other than the one ARCA race.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? She needs to go and do the whole thing for a year. Learn it. Go through the ARCA series. It's not really expensive. If you got decent equipment, you're going to run good. You're going to learn a lot. And then once you're done with the ARCA, you want to do the nationwide, fine. You're hooked up with Junior. You're going to get decent stuff. Get out there and run. I mean, when Steve Arpin was running the 7 car when she wasn't, and I hate to say this, Steve was doing better than she was. But I think that's simply from her not having the seat time in anything else other than her car that she runs in the IZOD series.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about. It's not about the female, gender by any means in racing. It's just there's not enough of them yet in the sport. And, I'm not prejudiced against women being in racing. I wish there was a good woman driver. And I think there's a woman out there that could whoop all our tails with their eyes closed, no doubt about it. It's about finding that one that's been in the sport and good enough right now.
Well, that's like with Terry. We've been working trying to get Terry set up for a while. I mean, for a while. I mean, she's not going to be at the point where she's going to be able to go into a cup ride, you know. So we're trying to at least get her back to where she's doing some late models. She's trying to do some ARCA races and try to get back up into it. I mean, she raced Rockingham back when that was her one chance at a cup ride, and she was like third fastest in practice times. And went into the race, and she went ahead and went to the back of the field, you know, because this was her first race out there, even though she had run really good on the qualifying, and went ahead and went to run and was moving up until they had a mechanical failure that pulled her out of the race.
Yep.
I mean, I'd love to see her get back out there and get doing the stuff that she likes to do, because that's what she lives for. And I mean, she's one of the few people that I know of have come up building their own. When she was doing all her high-speed kart racing, she was building her own karts. When she was doing the sprints and all the other things that she was doing on dirt, she was taking and doing all the modifications herself.
Mm-hmm.
When you come down here, I'll make sure you get one of the books. She has her own book too.
That'd be good. I'd love to read it.
So
it's just like you said, it's just a tough business right now.
Yeah.
And it's not that the gender of women is not welcome in the sport. It's a rarity to see a good one because of just the lack of them in the sport. It's not that, they're not deserving. They're very deserving. But, there's a woman there's a couple women that are running their ARCA right now, I guess, or one or something. But, she's...
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't have a lot of talent. And,
doesn't show.
I know her, but I don't think
I just finished that with Dan.
she'd be in there. So, maybe somebody like Terry could go in there and do a lot better of it. But, eventually, one's going to come along and whoop the crap out of all of us.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, trying to find, and I don't want to sound feminist on this, but there are so many companies out there that are women-owned and women-targeted.
Oh, sure.
Get into the
racing.
Get into the racing. Sponsor some of these nice running girls. I mean, we've had Candace Musney on here. She went out and tried the All Pro Series out there in California for the one time she was out there just at the beginning of the year, and she did good. And she was racing in a vehicle she was not totally familiar with.
Yeah. I mean, get a woman like that. She deserved the opportunity to move up.
Coming over?
Sponsored. But, there's a couple women, like, for instance,
I said, are you coming over?
ARCA, that's taking advantage of being a female and getting the sponsorship for it and really not showing anything for it. But, she's playing the game. That's fine.
Okay, I'll tell you that.
But I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. But
repeat that. I missed part of it. Matt was trying to call me on the phone and tell me something.
Oh, I was saying, there's a couple women in racing right now who are not very good drivers and taking advantage of the gender barrier there and getting the money.
Yeah.
And that one in ARCA, for instance, I'm sure you know who I'm talking about, but I don't want to badmouth her, but there's another female out there that's more deserving of that ride than she is.
Yeah, I mean, they're just like the apples in the bushel. You got some good ones, you got bad ones, and sometimes the good ones get to rise to the top, and sometimes the bad ones get to rise up to the top. And there's no easy way to police it. I mean, granted, if they're needing seat time, then take the seat time, but also there are other people out there sometimes more deserving. I mean, and I know you don't like to have to do stuff like this, is to go out, and I hate seeing all these starting parks.
Yep.
To me, a race is a race. A race is not to go 3 laps and park.
Yep.
There's no trophy for being the first car to pull off that I know of.
Nope.
No extra points assigned either.
No, but
But I do understand they want to fill the field. They want to, and some of the teams just don't have the money.
That's right. And that's where you have to look at it. You have to consider that aspect. And also, you do have to consider that you're there. You're taking a green flag at a nationwide or Sprint Cup event, and you're qualified to do that, and not many people can say that they are.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people with racing experience, but when you have to put your application in NASCAR, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get the approval unless you're fully qualified to be there. I mean, you really have to wow them over and have a really good-looking resume.
Well, I mean, you and I have talked about this before. I mean, we look at just it, and I'm just going to use the Langley drivers because we know several of them together. You know, you got C.E. Falk, you got Woody Howard, you got Danny and Greg Edwards. Mm-hmm. Those two have raced in other series, including in Nationwide, or back then, Busch series back then. Mm-hmm. And these guys have the talent. They've gotten out there. They've led laps. Well, especially in the late models, I mean, they've won championships. Phil Warren, granted, he doesn't race anymore. But there is just so many guys out there. My wife and I talk about it a lot. If we ever were to win a decent lottery, one of the things we would do would to be to set up a race team to take and try to bring development type drivers through it.
Yep.
You know, we may not have sponsors, but hey, if I've got 20 or 30 million in off of a lottery that's going to be left over, hey, it's something to think about. You know, we have charities that we would throw some of that to, but we have some people that we've already said, hey, we're going to give them a chance to do the best they can one time, you know, or for a season or something like this.
Yep.
You know, and put them in some excellent equipment, because I mean, there's people out at Langley. Let's see, Paul Libno. He's got 105 wins at Langley Speedway. He's run he's run every division they've had out there, I think, except for Legends. I don't think I've ever seen him in a Legends car, but he's late models, street stock, grand stock, all Americans. He's been there for a while, and now he does it for the fun of it. And when he goes out there, he is still a threat, even though he doesn't run every night.
Yep.
And it's just so bad that you can't help people like that.
He's a good driver too, isn't he?
Yes, excellent driver.
He's a good driver, yeah.
He's got an excellent spotter too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough business for sure. I mean, you know, it's tough just to go out there and apply for a license and say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and expect to do it. I mean, I have, you know, as you know, I plan a week in advance for a race.
Yeah.
Because you deal with me a lot, and
we're going to start trying to plan further ahead.
Yeah, we're planning further ahead for Dover this time. We're going to be ready.
There you go.
But, you know, you have to plan so far ahead, and you have to get your licensing, and Brett Bodine handles driver approvals, and he does a super good job at it.
Yep.
I love Brett Bodine, and he makes it fair for everybody, and, you know, if your resume isn't ready, he won't let you do it. And, you know, I respect that out of him.
Yeah, everybody, they got to keep on top of the resume. They got to keep getting seat time in. I mean, you'll have people that are not in Cup. They're not running anything. They need to go try to find some small sponsors and get some seat time and stay in a vehicle somewhere.
Yeah, and don't hold me to it. I don't know if this is fact or fiction, because I haven't asked Mr. Bodine personally, but I heard that if you haven't been in a race car in 2 years in like a ARCA or a truck series type environment, then they're not going to let you run anymore. I don't know if that's true. I'd have to ask Brett, but that's what I've heard from several different sources, and that's sources within, you know, drivers within the NASCAR community or crew.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just know it's getting tougher to get your license because they're tired of people going out there and tearing up the field, and which I understand. I mean, I'm not going to make a mistake. I mean, I'll make a mistake when I go out there. You know, I may make a big mistake, but if I if I tear somebody up, it's not going to fall back on NASCAR's shoulders because they've seen how responsible I can be behind the wheel without tearing up the field.
Yeah, if you want to make a mistake, make it $100 or $200 mistake and not a $20,000 mistake. You know.
Exactly. So that's what they're worried about these days, and I fully support them behind that because there's a lot of people that don't need to be on the racetrack, and ARCA will let you run it there, but ARCA needs to revamp their approval process, I think. So
yeah,
I think they let too many people out there that don't need to be going that fast.
Well, I think they're just trying to bring in more and more people because they need to. Because they're
sure they need to, but I don't want to see anybody get hurt or killed out there because of it.
Yeah.
So I mean, ARCA's a stepping stone.
Oh yeah.
The next level. I mean, it's a huge series. And, ARCA's done me a lot of favors, and I love ARCA for it.
Yeah. I mean,
so,
look at Parker Klingerman. He, if I remember correctly, didn't he win the championship last year?
No, Lofton did.
Oh, Lofton did, and Parker was what, second?
Yeah, but Parker won almost every race. I mean, that kid was on fire. So Parker's a heck of a little driver. I'll tell you that much. I like Parker. Parker and I go back a few years. He's a good kid. We've been good friends, and I like him a lot. So.
Yeah. And hey, he's trying to get a full-time setup.
He will.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will. It's just right now the economy the way it is. I mean, he's almost in the same boat I am, running random races here and there, trying to get a full-time gig. But eventually, if you plug away at it enough, you'll be all right.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, now with the big announcement last night by Obama that the Iraq stuff is supposedly coming to an end, then all that money that they've been spending over there, they can turn back in and start spending back in the economy in the United States.
Yeah, I doubt they will. It'd be nice though, but I think we blew way too much over there. But
well, I mean, how many billions was it? Was it 80 billion a month or something like that?
Oh yeah, I mean we got up into the trillions on that war.
We could have financed NASCAR and all the divisions for the next 20 years.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it's we were over there fighting for some type of cause, and
yeah.
I don't know whether we can justify what we did. We did it, and now we have to live with it.
Yeah. Put your best foot out there and go for it from there.
That's right. I mean, we made the decision to go, and we went, and you have to live with that decision.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Well, get back with me and let me know what day you're going to try to shoot up here next week.
I will. So, thanks for having me on.
No problem. We love having you on here.
Cough. It seems almost a year ago now I was on the show with a bad cough.
Oh, gosh. Once a year thing? Oh, boy.
It was right before the Martinsville truck race. I was pretty ill.
Oh, boy.
It must be this time of year type deal for me, and I might be allergic to you.
Well, you can't be allergic to me. This electronic stuff doesn't work that way. I'm a doctor, trust me, okay? I do have a doctorate, so there.
Good, and thanks for having me on, and it was a pleasure talking to Terry, and hopefully we can hook up next week, which I'm sure won't be a problem, and have some fun, and once again, thanks, and I appreciate meeting your Richard Petty friend.
Yeah, and Terry's going to be there with us also out there, so you'll be able to meet her.
Great, sounds good. I'll see you guys next week, but give me a shout later or something, boss.
All right, have a good night.
Buddy, have fun.
All right.
Bye-bye.
You too, bye-bye.
Who was he with?
And Dan Brode.
Yeah.
Dan Brode.
Yeah.
You remember Dan?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to be here. Not this weekend, but next week.
He's going to try to make it here for the show next Wednesday. Because he's going to be running in Richmond on Friday.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
Dan Brode.
Yep. Running in the Nationwide Series.
Huh?
Running in the Nationwide Series.
He does?
Yep. No, I can't tell you who he's going to be running for yet because he has to wait to do the actual announcement thing. So
What's his name? Car number?
can't tell you.
Or you can't tell me.
Can't tell you that either. Because that'll tell you who the team is. Oh boy, what can I say? Oh gosh. Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for watching Let's Talk Racing with us tonight, and we'll see you next week. See ya! Out of here. Now I'm going to turn all the mess off.
Where's Matt at tonight? What happened to him?
Oh, he was trying to call me while Dan was on the phone there. He just